Hello and welcome to Sacred Silver, and today I wanted to speak on CBDCs. Now, a CBDC is a central bank digital currency, and it's simply put, they are prototyping a digital currency. Now, even the cash in your wallet is considered currency. Actual money, even though we call cash money, would really be something like this: silver and gold, real money. It is fungible, it's tangible, and it is obviously trustworthy because of its intrinsic value. Now, there are fakes and things like that you have to worry about, but otherwise you cannot replicate it. So if that's the case, what is currency over that? Well, currency is meant to back money. It is meant to represent a trade-off of money. Often in a lot of cash, you'll see something that says it's held as legal tender, or it is a note of the Federal Reserve. So those are meant to be vehicles so where you can use that as a trade for real money. However, since 1971 and when Nixon got rid of the gold standard, it is not exchangeable directly in terms of banking. So now you have to buy from different retailers to get gold and silver. But that being said, central bank digital currency is a new idea, and it comes off the throes of crypto, since crypto has been obviously out in the open for the past decade about. Now it is coming down to what central banks can use as blockchains. And this is a blockchain system. So I happen to be on CoinDesk, speaking of crypto, and they're actually talking about how the Federal Reserve FedNow real-time payments is set for mid-2023 debut. The instant payment service is seen as a step towards eventual rollout of a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. So it's interesting. I actually mentioned this in my last video, how what they could do here is because this is meant for retail consumers and businesses. So this could allow or facilitate instant payments for consumers and businesses. So if that's the case, anybody who, let's say, would need the money right away can now have that basically funneled into your FedNow account. So now we don't need the government through taxation and checks and things like that to be sent to each individual. Now the Federal Reserve can bypass everything and hand money directly to you. Now I'm reading here, according to a press release, FedNow will be open to financial institutions of any size. The platform is currently in a pilot phase with more than 120 organizations participating, including Lender US Bank and Payment Professor, Alacrity Payments among them. Alacrity Payments. Initially announced in August 2020 by then Fed Governor, now Vice Chair, Lael Brainard, and FedNow platform is seen as a stepping stone to an eventual central bank digital currency. It's quoted as, "The benefits of instant payments are increasingly important to consumers and businesses, and the ability to provide this service will be critical for financial institutions to remain competitive." Now, that's interesting that they say that, because they say they have to remain competitive in this kind of environment while all of these small businesses and retailers are suffering. So I would hardly call that competition. But anyway, since it's all about the retailer, of course, is how they like to spin this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, this is, again, something where they can throw money at you guys in the event they need to do any more stimulus. Now, we are clearly experiencing the death throes of the beer bug. It's still around, but I don't think it's going to be as much of a problem as it was. So with that, we got used to the idea of stimulus payments. We got used to the idea of government handing us money. I think a lot of people really liked it, and I'm sure if they're suffering, especially now since we are dealing with possibility of a recession coming in, quite possibly a crash coming this month, who knows. Traditionally, October will usually be a bad month for stocks and all the markets. So you never know. This year might be a very bad year for that. But that all being said, they could just funnel this money to the retailer if they ever need. And that's what's very interesting about this. Now, I look at it like anything free usually has strings attached. And I can probably guess that this is blockchain, so it's programmable money. So what are what's the catch here? what exactly am I going to have to sacrifice to use the FedNow payment system, to use their money, or money, quote unquote, their currency, really? Well, that currency may come with a lot of different program options, saying you can only buy this at a certain time and you can only buy that at a certain time. There's also a lot of speculation about negative interest rates. For those who don't know about what negative interest rates are, all that really is they can put a negative interest rate in, and that eats away at your money over time. So that only incentivizes each consumer to spend the money as much as they can. In turn, this increases money velocity, which makes the economy look really good when money is just turning over and turning over. So the idea here is that you can increase velocity of money, and of course they can eat away at the bank account. I mean, this is a totalitarian if I've ever seen it. I mean, you're talking about surveillance on every transaction. You're talking about a limit on how much you can actually use in a certain amount of time, and what you may or may not be able to buy in the future. We all know food is a big issue right now as well. If, God forbid, we ever get to food rationing in supermarkets, what exactly happens here? What if you're stuck with just the FedNow payment money, or that system of the currency? Now you can only buy, let's say, 2 cups of rice this week. You can only buy this particular thing because it's maybe affecting climate change. If you buy another kind of thing, let's say if it's beef, right? If you want to buy beef, but you can only buy, let's say, the fake beef, it's because of a climate change thing, and you don't have enough carbon credits, and all of these things. Your idea of freedom itself is in that sense is precisely gone. And this is where I think we are going towards, and I think people need to understand what at least is. I'm not saying that this is exactly going to happen, but it sure seems like they're leading us down this path, and all of society is kind of getting nudged in a certain direction here. So it's good that we're aware of what's happening, and we can start making decisions on how to protect ourselves. And again, this still is one of the best decisions you can make in how to protect your livelihood. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you. If you like it, please comment. Let me know what you guys think about CBDCs. Let's have a conversation about it. And I'll see you guys on the next one.